Hello and grand rising. Welcome. It is I, Olga, aka Olga Beauty, coming to you looking very dry after a late night with Bae, who's in the background, but y'all can't see him. Yes, I hope you all had a calm, peaceful evening. Last night was Bae's birthday, so we celebrated. Um, yes, he was born on Halloween, October 31st, so every year is a celebration, and this year was supposed to be a huge celebration, but, you know, it is what it is this year. We still made the best of it, so shout out to Anna's Idolwife for the banging ass carrot cake. Thank you very much. Shout out to my friend, my bestie for so many years, one of my oldest besties, Michelle, for coming through. And shout out to her coworker, assistant, Waverly, there we go, and her bae Yaz, because we had a great time. Responsibly, I was very much sober, but my voice is a little hoarse from being exposed to the elements, the cold, and just, yelling, screaming, having a good time. Well, not much yelling. It wasn't a crazy night. It was actually pretty calm, but fun. It was a good time. So many folks decided to do something at home, and I think that's great. We actually started with a Zoom karaoke party, which was pretty dope last night. That was fun. I'm looking forward to bringing those back. If you guys are not aware, I'm also the co-founder of Navigating New Heights, which is an empowerment group that started in Washington Heights. It started primarily based off of, getting women together, and now we've opened that up because we want to get everybody together to really help empower ourselves and the community and build new connections. So last year we were doing, or actually earlier this year, and late last year we were doing some karaoke parties, and it was so much fun. Like, it was a good time. So maybe we'll bring those back, especially during the colder months. It's not going to be as easy for us to get out and do things, even quote-unquote socially distanced, right? Hello, Queen. Grand Rising, welcome. So I got a little bit of tea because my throat is just a little hoarse from having so much fun last night. Hi. So yeah, but it was a very calm evening, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I know a lot of the kids don't really, I feel like all the kids were really receptive this year, and really enjoyed themselves, at least from what I could see, because I didn't have any of my kitties around me, and I miss that, but they all look so cute. And so today is November 1st, in the Roman Catholic known All Saints Day. I think I mentioned when I was last here, 2 weeks ago, that this weekend in particular, between the 28th, right, from the 28th, October 28th to November 2nd, in many cultures, many religions, there is a belief that this is when the veil is the thinnest between the spiritual realm, other dimensions, and, this earthly, physical dimension, right? And so many cultures and religions take the time to honor their dearly departed, honor their ancestors, and it is a time for magical activation, I am also very much aware that this is also a time where Luciferian and satanic occults do also do a lot of practicing because they believe the same thing. So, um, you know, in this world exists light and dark, and whether you ascribe to it, believe in it, or you don't, there are others who do, and so I hold space for love and light, and for true light, and for me, as I've grown up, in a Halloween tradition, I kind of have mixed feelings in the last couple of years, uh, as of learning about a lot of these things. And so I really see it as a time to be able to honor, um, honor ourselves and our ancestry and our lineage, those dearly departed, and to really have a respect and a reverence for the world that is unseen to us. Because while there are those who may try to use their own energy to manifest things that benefit very few, there are so many of us out here who really are looking to alchemize our life, our energy, to do the highest good for not only ourselves, but for all of creation. And so this Sunday, what I wanted to bring to you guys is just really, like, in this time where there's so much happening energetically in the world, and you don't have to, it doesn't have to do with Halloween or anything like that, just as a whole. I know y'all feel it, because I definitely feel it. Um, there's a lot going on energetically. This year has stirred up so many things, and honestly, a lot of people that I've listened to, followed, um, in healing spaces have spoken about how 2020 is the year that the veil has been lifted. In the Mayan calendar, uh, in the Sumerian calendar, 2020 is actually 2012, which is the end of a cycle. And at the end of the cycle, it's like a great reset, right? So while there are forces who are trying to manipulate things in the direction of continued enslavement of humanity, because that's really what it is. If you don't recognize, hey babe, if you don't recognize that there is an enslavement going on, I'm sorry to wake you up to that. I know it's early, but if you don't realize that there's a continued enslavement of the mind, of the soul, of the spirit, that has so much more to do than with all aspects of life. You know, I welcome you to just start to allow yourself to really realize that these things do go on. And if you don't believe in having a soul or a spirit, that it's okay. I would ask that you just hold space for those of us who do, and hold space for us to be able to do the work that we know that we need to do. And it sounds really scary, and it can be if you allow yourself to go down those rabbit holes. But something that I really want to impart, and I spoke about this on Friday, on my Intentional Free Friday, is that we can't allow ourselves to continue to be in this fear mindset. Part of this enslavement that we've been indoctrinated to is to continue to keep humanity and this earthly realm at a very low vibration. And what does this do? It serves to divide people. It serves to divide you from yourself, from your true essence, from all the things that were given to you, at birth and even before birth. That fear serves to keep people, really signing up for shit that they really don't want. Like there's so much pain and suffering that occurs in this realm. And I fully believe that we have the opportunity to truly learn from everything and take any experience, no matter how harrowing it may be, how painful it may appear. I've learned, at least in my experience, that anything can be transmuted and transformed for your highest good. So you can derive lessons from everything that goes on around you or inside of you as well. And your greatest teacher is going to be yourself. And so I say, anything that I say, take it with a grain of salt. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to, you don't have to see things through my eyes. But you are your greatest teacher. You are the one who's going to heal yourself. You are the one who, hello, Grand Rising. You are the one who is going to take yourself out of whatever hole it is. Even if it seems like, somebody else did something to you. The only person who can pick yourself up out of whatever it is going to be you. As a person myself who is surrounded by so many beautiful beings, so many wonderful spirits and hearts, I'm so supported, and I'm so grateful every day for the support that I have around me. I have met so many people along my journey who have really shown up for me in so many ways. But it wasn't until I realized that only I could heal myself, that only I could do the work that I needed to do, that things really started to shift in a major way. And what that looked like for me was recognizing that I am capable of creating healing in my life. That even if I wasn't, assigned, like, quote unquote, the best deck of cards, that I played the shit out of this hand that was given to me, right? That I'm the only person who can really truly give myself happiness and fulfillment and joy within. And once I recognized that for myself, then I was able to really open myself to the support that was around me. See, that support was always going to be there because, the Creator has divinely guided these people to be aligned in my life. And I had to wake up to the fact that I must have something beautiful within me, something worthy of saving, something worthy of uplifting, because I saw it reflected in all of the beauty that I saw surrounding me. That at one point I felt like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't worthy enough to be able to accept. So while I had all this support around me, I couldn't truly allow that support to be there. And what that looked like was pushing people away when I truly needed them. Being angry more often than I'd like or care to even think about, right? Feeling sorry for myself, at times. Hello, Grand Rising, my dear. It also manifested itself in, behaviors that serve to really sabotage self-sabotage myself, right? Because I just didn't believe that I was worthy. I didn't believe that there was anything good about me. And I was like, everybody's so good. Like, why would they even want or care about me at all? And that shit is like furthest thing from the truth. The truth as I know it, as I've learned, is that we've all been gifted this life. And for whatever reason, you are conscious right here, right now, in this space and time. And there are those who are very unconscious. And as you grow in your awareness and you grow in your consciousness, there are going to be times where the unconsciousness of others is going to rub you the wrong way. And because we are all reflections of each other, we can recognize where those things may be reflections of some part of ourselves that we have shied away from, have wanted to hide, are not so pleased with ourselves. And that's okay. That's all just a need for healing, right? So at this time where the veil is the thinnest upon the earth, where the other dimensions are able to more easily get in tune and in touch with this earthly realm. Again, whether you believe in it or not, if you don't, just hold space for those who do. This is a time where we can really, if you do believe and ascribe to that thought and feeling, direct your ancestors, those beings who have transitioned, to walk towards the light again, right? To not be tied down to all of this material stuff that is very temporary. We are only here for such a short period of time. When you think about the span of the universe and time as we know it, we are here for just like a blip. In a blink, we are gone. So the time that we have here, isn't it better used to try to really understand what this is all about? And while we may not be able to ever fully grasp it, we can also use this time to ask for guidance, ask for assistance from the most helpful and most healing, most full of light beings that are here to support us. And then to bring in that light within ourselves, right? Something that I've been learning about recently is the fact that, so many people that feel uncomfortable, they feel like, for whatever reason, I don't belong here. I belong somewhere else. I came from somewhere else. I cannot be of this earth. Because this shit is just fucking crazy, right? It does feel crazy to a lot of us. And I know myself, I never felt like I quite fit in. I never felt like this was my home. I've always felt like I came from somewhere else. So I'm like, am I an alien? I don't know, possibly. According to the United States Corporation of America, I am an alien. And I'm okay with that, right? But something that I've learned about recently is that, a lot of people have felt like I'm not from here, so I have this need to go, somewhere else, to go back to where I came from. But we've been gifted this life and this existence and this awareness here, right now, in order to command the light that is within us to continue to grow, our vibrations to grow, and to command true light and love to be pulled into this realm. Because this realm needs it. I think it is obvious you know, and maybe it's not so obvious for some. If you haven't been doing, you know, a lot of self-work, um, or spiritual work for, you know, for a while, like, this may sound kind of crazy and out there to you. I always also felt like an old soul. I feel like I personally have been recycled several times. Um, and something that I feel is very true is like when you look at a child, my favorite stage is infancy, and you look at those eyes, many times you can see the wisdom and the knowledge from the other side that comes through. That's why it's such a precious moment, and how, you know, for whatever reason, God made babies really freaking cute so that we can hold them and care for them. But really, they come in with this wisdom, you know? And I feel like we all came in with this wisdom and with this knowledge, um, from this other space and place. And when we get here, we forget it along the way. And over the course of our lives, one of our tasks is to just really remember, right? And it's almost like every time I get a new understanding of something, it's not like it's something new. It's kind of like, aha, yeah, I remember, you know? It's almost like something within me is like, that's why it resonates, right? Like when you hear a story that somebody else is saying, and you're like, that resonates with me, because like I've been there before. When you get a lesson, it's like, yes, yeah, you know what? I do know this. Something deep within me feels this, because I do know this. Somewhere in my being, this rings true, because I knew this from somewhere else, some other place and time, right? So again, with this weekend and today, and especially coming off of the spiritual retreat that I had last weekend, which was amazing. And because ceremony is sacred, I'm not going to share much about it here, except to say that I'm in such deep gratitude for the new family that I have aligned to, with the people that I sat in ceremony with. And I'm in so much gratitude for the lessons that continue to come afterwards, you know. This weekend, I really just want to continue to share what I've been learning, and again, what I feel like is really needed at this time. You know, up until a few weeks ago, I was using my oracle cards, and I was divinely guided to stop using them. You know, and no shade to anybody who do use decks and oracle cards and means of divination. You know, everybody has their own journey and their own path. I feel like I was really called to just connect directly to source, because we have that ability, and that's another gift that we have. And to really just bring about what source is telling me that is needed. And so, coming off of those, the theme of Friday, again, Intentional Free Friday, is just really being mindful of what we're taking in through our eyes, our ears, and what we're absorbing into our vessel. Let's be really mindful of the energies that we keep around us, the energy that we have within us. This is another theme that I've spoken about before as well. You know, really being mindful of ourselves, because this is how you become aware, right? Being aware, being mindful. This is how we know if we're not feeling great. That's okay, because that's, again, just an indicator that we've got to make a shift. And so I encourage you guys, if you feel that discomfort, don't run away from it. Ask that discomfort, what do you need to be illuminated, right? What kind of clarity are you seeking? What is it that doesn't feel great? And what could you do to create those shifts? In this moment in time, and if you are so inclined, know that our ancestors are here. There are beings that are of true love and light that are here to assist us for our highest good and the highest good of all creation. And so you can ask for assistance there as well. Or you can connect directly to Source and say, hey, I'm humbling myself because I know that I don't know everything and I probably don't know anything. But I know that when I get quiet and when I really listen in, something's telling me that something's got to change. And I'm really looking for that, in this moment. And it can be as simple as that. And if you're in a place of true suffering and you're feeling really hurt, maybe you don't even have the strength to be able to say all of that, just take a deep breath and just surrender and know that you've made it this far. I promise you can make it further, and it's all gonna be okay. There's a lot of energy that's going on around, and again, like I mentioned before, the manipulation of energy is real. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated anymore. Reclaim that for yourself, okay? Stand in your strength, stand in your power, because it is your gift. It is yours. And so with that, we're going to get started on our meditation. Let's see here. Can I bring up this candle? I'm not even going to try because I don't want to burn down the house. I'm going to sip some more of my tea, lubricate this throat of mine. So first and foremost, get yourselves comfortable. And I thank you for joining me here on the Sunday meditation. I'm here every Sunday at 9 a.m. unless I'm not. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So allow yourself to get comfortable, whether that's sitting or perhaps laying down. If at any point in time during the meditation you become uncomfortable, like I need to stretch out my legs a little bit, just shift yourself, because we're not looking for perfection. Ideally, yeah, you want to be in a spine straight position, but this here is about practicing and not about perfection. And you can never be wrong when you're meditating. To begin with, not just yet, I'll ask you guys to close down your eyes if that's comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable, you can keep them slightly open and focus slightly ahead of you. Since I'm not out in the elements, I will be closing my eyes today. Also, to begin with, I will ask you to take 3 deep breaths, not just yet. But when you're breathing in, if it's comfortable for you to do so, make sure that you're breathing in through your nose and bringing it all the way down to your belly, allowing your belly to fully expand, and breathing out through your mouth and allowing all the air to escape, allowing your belly to contract, bringing that back to your spine. Grand rising, my dear, my beautiful cousin. I love you. Welcome. And so, okay, so breathing. Oh, last but not least, if you have any thoughts that do arise during the meditation, know that it's perfectly normal. Know that it's okay. while ideally you may want to ideally have a blank state. You may or may not reach that during the meditation, and that's okay. It's super normal to have thoughts during meditation. And so if something comes along, you can just become aware that you've become aware of the thought and allow it to gently float away. If it's really pervasive, you can thank it and then ask it to go away till later. And if it's really pressing, ask the thought what it needs from you. Perhaps it needs a little bit of attention. Let's not judge ourselves, because this is not about judgment. This is about just practicing and being here. So thank you all for joining me. I'm going to take another sip of my tea here. Get yourself comfy and settled in. Grand rising. Welcome, you're just in time. Alright, so in this time I'm going to ask you to close down your eyes. And start by taking in 3 deep breaths in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Breathing in, bringing the breath all the way into your belly. And breathing out and allowing all the air to escape. One last time, breathing in deeply. And breathing out. And now just continue to breathe in a normal breathing pattern, whatever that is for you. And just allow yourself to connect with your breath, not forcing it. Just noticing the pattern, the rhythm. The breath is the first action we take when we are born into this realm. And so recognize this as a pattern of your life. And so connected to your breath. Notice if you feel your breath getting stuck somewhere within your body. Perhaps you feel it getting stuck at your throat. Or perhaps getting stuck in your chest. Wherever it is, know that it's okay. It's just an indicator that you may need to release something. Perhaps you feel a tightness in your upper back. Or perhaps a stirring in your belly. Again, know that this is okay. and just an indication of a need for transforming and transmuting of energy. And so I want you to become aware and to imagine that with each breath that you breathe in, you're breathing in pure, positive, healing energy from the universe. You're breathing in new life, new possibilities. And as you're breathing out, as your body does so perfectly without you even asking it, you are releasing old stagnant breath. You are releasing any old stagnant energy. And releasing what no longer serves you. And so now I want you to shift your focus and become aware of yourself in this space. Become aware of the space you are taking up with your physical body. And become aware of the weight of yourself against your feet. And with each breath that you breathe in and out, as you breathe out, allowing yourself to sink in deeper into the support beneath you. Imagine yourself sitting in the middle of a green field. And so you are sitting on the soft earth, and she is supporting you, as she always does. Imagine that as you're sitting in this field, you are surrounded by trees and flowers. And you are warm. And again, with each breath, just allow yourself to sink in deeper and deeper into the support, allowing yourself to be so supportive. Recognizing that you are never truly alone. You always have access to the support beneath you, support of the earth. And so in this moment, I want you to just allow yourself to bring to the forefront of your mind any thoughts, any feelings, any worries that have been perhaps bothering you in the last couple of weeks. Any fears that have arisen. Perhaps you are experiencing some pain within your body. Perhaps you've been suffering from emotional turmoil. And again, that is okay. It's an indication that energies can and need to be shifted. And so for a moment, I want you to just allow yourself to bring all those things to the forefront of your mind. Perhaps you have some stiffness within yourself. Perhaps there has been some rigidity in your life, some inflexibility you have not allowed yourself. And so with the next few breaths, as we breathe in the positive, pure, healing energy, and we allow our bodies to do what it does so naturally day to day. Imagine that this pure, positive, healing energy is coming through like, almost like little sweepers. Coming in and scrubbing and sweeping through every cell in your body, helping to clean and cleanse you of all that no longer serves you, all that you just brought to the forefront. And as you breathe out, I want you to imagine yourself so supported here, rooting yourself as the trees and plants that surround you. Imagine yourself rooting yourself deep into the earth. And as you breathe out, allowing this energy to flow through you and down into the earth, where it will be transformed and transmuted. As again, the earth does so perfectly without us even having to ask her to. And so taking one deep breath right here. And release. And with the next breath, see if you can relax your shoulders. Loosen your jaw. And sinking deeper into the support beneath you. Feeling as this pure positive healing energy is scrubbing and cleansing and removing all that no longer serves you. And as you're sitting here in this green field, imagine the warmth of the sun upon your face. This warmth is enveloping you from the top of your head, down your face, your back, your chest, and allow it to completely wash over you. Allowing the sun to regenerate and give us the nutrition that we need. So as you're sitting here, feeling so supported, feeling so grounded. Taking one more deep breath to allow everything to fully be released. Your vessel is clean and clean and being filled with just the right amount of nutrition that you need. Nothing more, nothing less. Feel yourself being again like the plants. You feel the energy of the sun as it continues to help you heal and provide raising your vibration, reaching up to the sun through the top of your head. Fully grounded, fully supported, fully cleansed and clear. And now that you've taken this moment to clean and cleanse yourself, I want you to imagine yourself being surrounded by a healing white light. Recognize this is your own personal light that actually emanates from within you. So you can recognize that this light starts at the center of yourself, in your heart space. Imagine this light growing until it envelops all of you, surrounding you just about 3 feet out from you. This is your own divine inner light. And so you are so protected. And by allowing yourself the clarity, you know this light can grow stronger and more vibrant, lighting your path within, as well as lighting the path for others who observe you. And so as you sit here in this field, being so grounded and so protected, let's take a moment to share love and light with all those who need it. Let us share so much love and light with all of our dearly departed, our ancestors who have transitioned from the physical to the non-physical form, that in this time of the thinnest veils here in this realm, that they may continue to seek the light, that they may continue to release any bondages that have kept them here in this realm, that they may continue to ascend, and that those who have been guided to do so continue to be here as their guides to true love and light. May we release them and continue to ascend. Thanking them for their role here before the transition, and thanking them for their role now in the other realm. Thanking them for the support and guidance. And again, guiding them to the light. Let us send so much love and light to all of those who have lost someone, who have experienced grief, or experiencing loss or grief of some other kind. And they may know that if they've lost a loved one, that they do take on another role now in supporting us. May you recognize this time as a thin veil, as a perfect time to acknowledge and revere, and to pray and meditate for those dearly departed. May those who are experiencing grief and loss feel so supported, and know that even in this grieving, there are lessons, and there is a transmutation occurring. May we all allow the grief and loss to transmute our energy, and to give us the lessons that we may carry forward. Let us send so much love and light to all of our first responders, our last responders, our social workers, child care service workers, and all of those who deal with the most precarious, dangerous, disheartening situations that we face in this realm. And let us send them so much love and light that they may feel supported, that they may feel renewed, that they may seek and be able to rest when they need it. May they be fortified every day to show up and serve as they've been guided in this realm. May they not become fatigued. May they not lose their compassion. May the rivers of compassion and love and light be ever flowing within them. That they may always serve until it is no longer time for them to do so. Let us send so much love and light to all of those who have been oppressed by institutions, by corporations, by the interests of very few. That they may recognize that the enslavement and oppression that they have been facing is nothing more than a construct. And that though this flesh may feel it, but in the spiritual realm there is freedom. And there is relief. And that the ending of enslavement and oppression begins with the mind and spirit. May they be touched by love and light, that they may recognize this and allow that thought to continue to grow, that they may be fortified in mind and spirit. And may that continue to grow and manifest in this physical realm. May the bondages of oppression and the chains be broken. In this time of the thinning veil and the unveiling, may the oppression be so obvious that we can no longer turn our backs to it. May we all recognize and we never forget that even if we may not be oppressed and marginalized, that we are affected by what is occurring around us. May we always hold in space for love and light and for the breaking of bondages within ourselves and the greater world around us. Let us send so much love and light to all of our siblings who may not have someone to pray for them, who perhaps may have been forgotten, that they may always feel supported, that they may know that they are never alone. May we always remember them, that we are all one, all connected to the source. May we always remember them, and may the love and light touch them and us within our hearts, that we may always feel this connection. And so with all of our actions, all of our thoughts, all of our choices, may we reflect the awareness of this connection. Let us send so much love and light to all of the elements, all of the creatures, the stars, minerals, bacteria, the germs, the wind, the water, this realm and the others, all of our two-legged, four-legged, eight-legged and hundred-legged creatures, into all of creation. Sending so much love and light. May we as humanity always remember our connection to all that is. Let nothing that we do here is alone and all of our own. May we always remember this connection, and may we not stand in the way of the constant evolution. May we revere all of creation, so that we may recognize the beauty and essence of creation within ourselves. May we hold sacred a divine gift of creation. That we may revere all of creation within and without us. Let us send so much love and light to all of the children of the world. May we recognize that they are one of our greatest teachers. May we revere them for their closeness to the spirit realm, the other dimensions. So much love and light to the inner children, our inner child, the one that usually calls us to come to the healing spaces. May we send so much love and light to all the children and inner children who may be acting out. Again, this is an indication that there is a need for healing. So may we not be offended by this. May we seek to nurture and hold sacred the magic that is childhood. And may we help to heal our inner children and the children that we are surrounded by. May we as adults always allow them to shine to their fullest potential. And may we not stop in the way of their evolution. Sending so much love and light to all of the children who are in dangerous or precarious situations. That they may know that they are never forgotten. May we never forget about them. That they may be carried into the light, and that light that is within them continue to burn brightly, that they may always know that they can retreat within, and may they be carried to safety, and all of the adults, or perhaps other children who are causing harm, be touched by love and light, that they may know the error of their ways, that they may feel their own inner children, so that they may connect and create healing within themselves, or that they may be removed altogether, that they may not cause any harm to themselves or others. And let us send so much love and light to all of the darkest corners of the earth, darkest corners of the universe, darkest corners within ourselves. Sending so much love and light to the darkness within everything. Knowing that the balance of light and dark exists, but all it takes is just a crack for the light to get in. And so I thank you for sharing this love and light that is within you, outside of yourself. And in this moment, I ask you to call back in that healing white light that is surrounding you, bringing it back into your heart space. Thanking this light for always emanating within you. Knowing that whenever you need to feel healing, you can search within yourself and find this light again. And so in this moment, I also ask you to go back to your roots and go back to the earth and pull back in through your roots and pulling back in your roots the transmuted and healed energy, and bring that back into your heart space, thanking the earth for helping us to transmute and transform. And in this moment, thanking the sun for helping us to regenerate and also transmuting and transforming, that we may become clear vessels of true light and love. Thanking this green space that you have built around you, and knowing that you can retreat here whenever you need to. It is always available to you. It is your own sacred space. Thanking the trees and the flowers in the grass, for holding you, for breathing with you, and for showing you how to grow. And taking one last deep breath right here in through your nose and out through your mouth. And slowly start to return some movement to your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, starting to stretch your neck, perhaps your back, and slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to this space. Welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for joining me today for this meditation. I will be sharing this and reposting it, so if you found this helpful, please do share it with somebody that you feel may need it. Also, if you do share, please tag me. I appreciate it, and it lets me know that this has been helpful for you. I'll be back here next Sunday with another meditation at 9 a.m. I hope that you all are so blessed. That you all continue to walk with love and light in your hearts. And you continue to grow in reverence for that light and that strength and that wisdom that you came into this earth with, in this realm with. Know that the guidance and support is always there for you. And if you have any questions about any of the stuff that I discussed earlier, feel free to reach out to me. You can comment below or just send me a direct message. I'm creating space for those who would like to learn a little bit more. You know, I can share from my experience and from the experience of those around me. And I know that I've been divinely guided to share what I know, and I'm more than happy to do so. I thank you all for sharing in this practice with me, and know that when you come into these spaces to do this kind of work, just meditating, you are perfect just as you are. And you are helping to raise your own vibration, the vibration of those around you, and thus the vibration of all of creation. And this is what we so need in this moment. So I thank you for co-creating this experience, because this is not just me here, it is us co-creating this elevation together. I'm truly in deep gratitude for not being cut off at the hour mark. And so I know this is divinely guided and so needed in this space and time. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for allowing me to show up. Thank you to the Creator for gifting me the gift of this voice and this knowing and the strength to be able to show up here and to speak my truth. And thank you all for allowing me to be seen and heard. I so appreciate you. I so love you. And I'm in such deep gratitude. Peace be with you. Namaste.